Pregame.com.
Welcome back, pregame.tv. Steve Fezzik, Vegas runner. We've been breaking down the blackjack games here locally in Las Vegas. But we digress. We can talk a little blackjack. This first, we're going to talk about a great game. Spurs against Oklahoma City, and they're battling for first place in the West. And what do you think? Who's going to come out of the West this year?
Listen, man, these two teams are as mirror images of each other statistically. If you really break down the advanced metrics or even the simple stats, they're mirror images. I mean, one team has 55 wins, one had 54 wins. They both 32-5 at home. One's second in field goal percentage, one's third in field goal percentage. I mean, everything is as close and evenly matched as possible. I think what you got to look at is, A, who wins this game, and maybe who's got the easier as far as bench goes right now, because both are resting. You saw the Spurs resting players. They're not 100% healthy, and I think that's key in this game.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you mentioned metrics, and we should have gone ahead and gotten a patent on that word. Why do they always say metrics? Why don't they just say stats? What's the difference between a metric and a stat?
I agree. Like it's advanced.
And you
can't say advanced stats.
Like a turbo metric is a sabermetric, I guess. And I don't know. It's
makes you sound smarter, right?
I guess so, with all these computer geeks that are kicking the
algorithms.
Exactly. But I'm going to throw all those algorithms out the window. People make fun of me because they say, you know, for a math geek, you're making this awfully simple.
It's the way to do it.
These sports books, you know, kiss it. It's like, if it's a big game, I don't want any part of over. It's like it never. You're just swimming upstream the whole way when both teams suddenly are playing defense like crazy. And here's a game. Spurs are up 2-1 on Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's definitely going to want to even it up, and I do think that these teams, that's an extra incentive. So I would lean towards Oak City to go ahead and get the win here. But I think it absolutely, if there's one game I know the teams won't take it off defensively intensity, it'll be in a game like this.
I agree, and I think unlike what we've seen from Popovich leading up to this game, he is going to really take it seriously, and the intensity is going to be there from start to finish, because this is the team you're going to face most likely. The road's going to go through one of these two to get to the NBA championship. So I think this is the kind of game where you want to make a statement. Both teams are going to want to make a statement. It's kind of like...
And it's going 7. If these teams play, you want that home field so bad.
And you want that edge of knowing you beat them. I think. You know, I think a coach wants that for his team, to feel confident going in, like we already handled this team.
Sure, and I think the opposite side, this is the time of year with the playoff positioning. It's time to start looking at teams that might say, hey, you know, I'm looking to be the number 5.
Yeah.
I don't really know if I want to be 5 and play the Heat in the second round. Maybe I go 6, and no reason not to.
I agree. And you're going to see a lot of that jockeying.
You know, like the Chinese ping pong players, just stay off of that side of the draw. Don't get kicked out of the league by David Stern.
I agree. And you make perfect sense with the under. I mean, this is playoff atmosphere. It's just that kind of intense game. And both these teams being marquee public teams, on a TNT game, you're usually going to get an inflated total because the recreational bettors are going to get involved. Sure. And they're going to look to bet it over.
Sure. So I've already tipped my hand. Let me go ahead and make this one official here. Early playoff intensity basketball. We are going to go under here, Oklahoma City. I expect Oklahoma City's probably going to be able to find a way to win this game against San Antonio. I know both teams are going to bring the effort offensively, but completely defensively in a game that could be very, very important in terms of who wins the West. This game could absolutely decide home field advantage. And like VR says, whoever wins this game sending a message to the other team, hey, we're the team to beat probably in the West. Big games go under. Keep it simple. We're going under.
Nothing wrong with keeping it simple.
Nothing wrong with keeping it simple. And one thing about
people make things harder than they need to be.
Yeah, it's unless there's an overwhelming reason. And one thing I saw, like with the upcoming NBA playoffs, is sometimes goes back to that buy and low type of thing. That game one, all the game ones go under. They drop the totals 2.5 points.
Over adjust.
The visitor's been in that city for 2 days, doesn't have to worry about getting acclimated, and then you can go over in that game too.
I agree.
In some select spots. So, but enough with the NBA. Let's break down
Final Four.
Final Four. It's here. We're going to break down why Louisville is going to kick some serious coming up. So stay with us, pregame.tv. We're going to break down both of the Final Four games and should be exciting. We'll tell you why Louisville is going to win it all.